And then boom, 2 weeks after, baby skin starts peeling from the face to the hands to the feet. In my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do wrong? Hello friend, welcome. How are you doing today? So today I will be sharing with you some of my personal struggles as a first-time mother of a newborn. So if you're watching me and you're expecting a baby for the first time, or you just have certain anxieties as to the struggles that will hit you immediately after giving birth to your bundle of joy, welcome. Or if you just want to have a foreknowledge of what pregnancy looks like and the challenges around it, of course you can stick with me. So I'm not talking about pregnancy journey today. I'm talking about my struggles as a first-time mom of a newborn. In as much as motherhood journey is so sweet, many of us, we pray to God to experience the beauty and the grace of bringing forth new life into the world. Sometimes we often do not even care about what may hit us immediately after bringing forth our newborn. And of course, it's such an incredible blessing. It's such a divine blessing to be able to bring forth another human into the world by the grace of God, by the mercies of God. But what are some of the challenges? What are some of the struggles? What are some of the things that you would just come in contact with and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about this? Well, I'm here today to share some of those personal struggles with you. First is sleep deprivation. Trust me, I love my bundle of joy so much. I love the fact that I am a mom, but nobody really tells you that your sleep pattern is going to change incredibly. And so most older mothers will tell you, when the baby is sleeping, sleep alongside the baby. Make sure you sleep when the baby is sleeping. But the truth is, you have other things going on as well. And maybe when the baby is sleeping, you try to sleep, it's just not coming. Then you wake up, you're like, okay, let me just do this, do that. You want to come back, the baby is up. You're trying to sleep, the baby is not letting you sleep. Like sleep deprivation, oh my goodness, you stay up through the night, and then in the mornings you would want to sleep, and then the baby wakes up, and then you breastfeed the baby, and then it's just back and forth. You will notice that maybe in 24 hours of a day you've not even slept for like up to 8 hours or up to 6 hours or up to 4 hours. There are some days that consistently in a week you won't even have 4 hours of sleep each day. I'm like, what? And somehow God just gives you the grace to keep going. That's one thing that amazes me. Honestly, sleep deprivation is underrated. It's underrated because it changes your whole sleep pattern. If you are someone who sleeps early and wakes up late, or sleeps late and wakes up early, just know that all of that is going to fluctuate and your sleep pattern is really going to be around the baby. However, the advice of mothers who have been on this journey of you sleeping when the baby is sleeping could never go wrong. So just make an intentional effort to sleep when your bundle of joy is sleeping. If sleep is not coming, just make sure to prioritize your sleep, because people will always come and visit, you know, people want to call, people want to text with you, but try to take yourself out of the picture from time to time to get some sleep, because if not, you're going to go cranky. It's going to affect your emotional health, your mental health. It's just going to mess up a lot of things. That's what I have personally discovered. Sleep deprivation is one of the struggles of a first-time mom of a newborn. So yeah, as you go along this journey, I hope this particular insight will help you a lot. Another struggle as a first-time mom of a newborn is forgetfulness. Trust me, this starts right from pregnancy. I know you're smart, I know you're intelligent, I know you trust your IQ, EQ levels and all of that stuff. But forgetfulness will hit you hard. You ask yourself, did I really go to school? You will forget things. From pregnancy, I'll drop something here and the next minute I'm looking for it all over the place. All over the place except where I dropped it. I will forget about information, forget about plans, I just forget about stuff. Like sometimes I would stand somewhere and I'm like, what was I thinking to do again? Oh, what did this person just say? Oh, where did I drop it? Like forgetfulness is another struggle that is underrated, and this can really mess you up, because sometimes you'll be looking for valuable items just at the time when you need them the most, or sometimes you're struggling to remember, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do at this time? Oh, this appointment, what did this doctor really say? So I read about it. It could be normal. except maybe when it's overly done. But if it's once a while, it's normal. A lot of people term it pregnancy forgetfulness, but somehow even into postpartum, forgetfulness will still hit you. You will still be struggling to put your thoughts together, put your brain together. I record videos and sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to say next? Because in my head I'm trying to juggle 1 and 2 together, and then in my head it's like, oh my goodness, is the baby crying? Oh, what's happening to the baby right now? What's happening to my husband? What's happening around the house? What was I supposed to do next? Like, just juggling a lot of thoughts in your head. So be rest assured, forgetfulness is one of the things that you could experience as a first-time mom of a newborn. I keep emphasizing first-time mom of a newborn because for those who have given birth a couple of times, they would definitely, I would suppose, have had mechanisms to cope with all of these things. But trust you me, if this is your first time going into the journey, I'm sure you will get to relate to at least some of the things I am saying here. Another struggle as first-time mom of a newborn, now this is more practical, is baby's skin peeling off. I come back from the hospital with this sweet, adorable little child whom I'm just crushing on every day, and then boom, 2 weeks after, baby's skin starts peeling from the face to the hands to the feet. In my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do wrong? Did I overdress the baby? Did I heat the house too much because it's fall getting into winter? What exactly did I do wrong? Is it the baby's bathing water? Is it the atmosphere at home? Okay, is it my humidifier? I am just thinking, my thoughts are all over the place. Why is this child's body peeling? That hit me so hard. My husband was like, oh my gosh, let's go to the hospital. Let's go for an emergency checkup. I'm like, we are not doing this. Let's sit and experience this together. Let's sit and observe this together. And then I get to talk with 1 or 2 more mothers and just explain the situation, and they're like, oh, that's perfectly normal. I'm like, is it the rubbing oil, the lotion? What exactly am I doing wrong? They're like, oh, there is a stage where the baby's skin peels off. But trust me, that hit me so hard. That was like my first shock that I saw on my baby, because it's not just lightly, you know, you see their skin really peeling off, like the skin is coming out. I'm like, what? That hit me so hard. I was thinking I did something wrong, but eventually you see that the skin evens out, it smoothens out, which brings me to the next struggle, the lotion to use on the baby. Which skincare product to use on the baby? That was another major challenge, or should I say that is another major challenge, but technically we have figured out what works for us. Before I gave birth, you know, I had people reach out to me, please do not forget to buy Aquaphor, it saved my life. Another person says, oh, don't forget Aveeno brand. Aveeno brand worked for my children so well. So I got Aquaphor. And then another person said, oh, don't forget to get Tubby Tot. And then another person said, oh, don't forget to get this, don't forget to get that. And then we Africans, Mayanga, coconut oil, like, you need to see my dresser. So I have Tubby Tot, I have Aquaphor, I have Mayanga, I have coconut oil, I have Vaseline, you name them. Like, so many brands people recommended to me. And so when baby's skin was peeling off, I kept doing one thing to the other. I used Aquaphor, observe it 2-3 days, I used Tubby Tot, observe it, And so this was really disturbing, like, what exactly works for the baby's skin? And mind you, I did ask her pediatrician, like, I'm using Aquaphor, is this the best? The pediatrician said, oh, that's #1 most recommended, it's really good for baby skin, please don't stop using it. But I come home, I'm using it, and the baby's skin is still peeling off, and it's just overwhelming. Trust me, it's underrated. You can't really understand what I'm saying till you see exactly how baby skin was reacting. I have to clean her up every now and then, and the hospital will tell you don't give the baby like a deep bath more than 2 times a week because of the navel healing and all of that. So you have to do deep baths and then mix it up with wiping the baby with your towel that you got for the baby, right? Maybe with hot water or just water that works for the baby based on the temperature, and then just making sure you're regularly cleaning the baby and all of that. But the skin was still just throwing me off, like blowing me away. So eventually I was talking with someone else and she was like, oh, use coconut oil. In my mind I'm like, my African community makes me know that it's coconut oil from Africa or mayanga, black mayanga, white mayanga, that really works for babies. And then she's like, no, go on Amazon, get cold pressed unrefined coconut oil to use for the baby. I promise you, we were right on it. We jumped in, got that oil, it arrived at home. We started using it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days into using it. Baby's skin, even as she is glowing, she smells good. Like, it just worked for her till this very moment that I'm speaking to you. Baby is using that coconut oil, organic, cold pressed, unrefined, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. So this led me into the lesson that a lot of people would recommend what worked for them, but that doesn't mean you should jump into everything. Babies are different, their skin types are different. I may be saying that coconut oil has worked for our little angel so well, but trust me, you may try it and I don't know what your outcome will be. But see me, I bought Tobitod, bought Aquaphor, bought you know, all of these brands that were recommended to me, but they're just standing there, you know, standing there unused. But coconut oil is really working. So skin lotion is something you should think about, something you should work with your pediatrician around, and something your motherly instincts should carry you on. Don't just jump on everything that everybody says. They are saying it from a good place, out of the excitement that it really worked for them and it will save your baby's skin. But trust me, babies are different. Oh, talking about powder, the Johnson Baby's powder. Some people are like, no, it's no longer recommended. Some are like, oh, it's good, I used it for the baby. So you're just blown all over the place with all kinds of information from friends, families, and loved ones who are trying to save baby's life from whatever predicament it's going through. And this leads me to the next struggle as a first-time mom of a newborn: buying items I have not used yet. When you're expecting your bundle of joy, guess what happens? You would set an Amazon registry or whatever method works for you, you know, putting down a list of all the things that you need. And trust me, all the moms around you will tell you, oh, don't forget to put this on your list. Don't forget to put this kind of baby machine, what they will use to eat, what they will use to sleep, where you will change your baby's diapers, and all of those good stuff. Trust me. A lot of things you will buy that you've not seen the use for yet, or you've not started using yet. I bought all kinds of machines. Baby warmer to warm baby's food, diaper warmer, good, changing station, good, baby's bassinet, baby's crib. Oh goodness, what about these ones that the babies will enter into to eat, to learn how to walk, to I end up having like 6 or 7 of those, different brands, different types. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Baby sterilizer, oh, baby breather machine. Trust me, that one is like almost $300 if I'm not mistaken, and I've never used it for once. Like, I asked the person who recommended it, I've still not used it. What's going on here? You know, so as a first time mom, you're just buying all these things because they are recommended to you. Don't get me wrong, they are absolutely fantastic, but what I'm thinking now is, what if I would have held on and bought those things at the point when they were needed, instead of buying everything before baby comes, and then baby has come 1 month, going to 2 months, and then boom, you've never used this particular machine. Like, that's money you should have used to invest in something else, and then at the point where you need that thing, you can get it. Seriously, because there are a lot of things that I kind of like bought, no, like they're not relevant, they're so relevant, other moms recommended them and it's a lifesaver for them, but maybe I've not just gotten into that place yet where I'm supposed to start using them, and so they're just lying all over the house. Like, I have to create space literally to stock them. Some of them I've not even taken out of their cartons of arrival. But yes, I was told that you need to get this, you need to get this. I got them, I've just not used them. So that's money. It's like, that's money hoarding, or should I say that's item hoarding, just standing there waiting for the day that I will save their lives by using them. Or okay, if I don't use them, what will I do with them? And maybe their date of return is way past. Like, so it's a struggle that is real. If you would try to hear my opinion, but you don't have to consider it yet, just hold off on some of those things. You don't have to buy everything yet. Yes, you may get to need them, but now I am thinking I would have loved to actually put money on those things and buy them at the point where I'm supposed to use them, because it's not like you are buying all those things before baby comes because you have the money. You're just excited, you're just happy. Oh my goodness, baby needs this, baby needs that. Even if it means I will go without eating in my home just to provide it before baby comes, let me do it. And then baby comes, boom, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, baby has not yet used it, and you're just like, will I ever use this? Would this be of any use at any point? So yeah, people's journey is different. Learn and do what works for you. But this particular one of buying things ahead of time, that's the one struggle that I think, oh my goodness, if I knew, I would have held off on a lot of these things and then buy them when they are actually needed in the journey, when baby is already around. Mind you, some people will buy those same things that you've already bought and send to your house because they thought you needed them, so they have not even asked you if you had them or not, or they'll see it on the registry, they get it forgetting that maybe someone else has gotten it, or you already got it since you were waiting, and since there were no prior discussions, so you end up having like 2, 3 or 4 copies of the exact same thing. So that struggle, trust me, it's real because it's cost oriented, which leads me to the next struggle of babies outgrowing their clothes so fast. What? Like, who can relate? Please, new moms, I need to hear your thoughts. Mothers who have been this journey over and over, I need to hear your thoughts. These babies outgrow clothes so fast, so fast. You know, into the journey, when I was still preparing for baby to arrive, I was being advised, oh my goodness, buy 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months and all of that, because if you buy newborn clothes, they outgrow them so fast. You can also buy some 0 to 3 months and all of that. But trust me, I'm so grateful to God that I took this advice. It saved me a whole lot of financial cost in the things I bought around baby's clothing. But would you believe that those 0 to 3 months clothes that were like, okay, we're going to get this once and then mix them up with the 6 to 9 months and 3 to 6 months, 3 to 6 months still work, 6 to 9 months eventually they will work. But you see that 0 to 3 months, this baby is not even completely up to 2 months, but she has outgrown so many of them, if not like 3/4 of the 0 to 3 months, when baby has not even arrived 2 months. Baby has outgrown them. So that's another struggle that is real. And guess what? They use a lot of clothes in a day. That means you're going to buy so many clothes for the baby, because as you regularly change them of pee, of poop, changing their diapers, you will definitely be changing their clothes. Or as you're wiping them, cleaning them up, bathing them, you will definitely be changing them, the towels and all of those hand wash cloths, all those things. Very relevant. So you buy them in bulk, but guess what? The babies outgrow the clothes so fast. When they're coming from the hospital, they look so small and you're like, oh my goodness, my little bundle of joy. But in the space of a month, that baby has grown so big, the jaws are so big because they are feeding regularly, sleeping, growing. I'm like, wow. Really? I'm consoled, or should I say I'm comforted with the fact that I listened to that advice of buying 6 to 9 months, 3 to 6 months, those clothes brackets. I bought them, then I bought a few of the 0 to 3 months, which baby has outgrown many of them, and baby is entering into 3 to 6 months and very soon 6 to 9 months, I guess. Like, why would you not even be up to 3 months but you've already outgrown clothes of 0 to 3 months? So that's a struggle that is legit. When you're selecting the clothes for your newborn, please put this in mind, because thank goodness I did. Thank goodness I was advised to do so and I listened. Like, they outgrow those clothes so fast and you keep buying and buying and buying. God bless their soul. Another struggle as first-time mom of a newborn is balancing house activities, daily activities, house chores with caring for baby. Remember, you have to take care of yourself, take care of your partner, take care of housing activities, and still take care of the newborn. Wow, really? This was another one that was underrated. In my mind I was thinking, okay, I'm about to have a baby, so what did I do? My deep freezer at home, 2 weeks before I could give birth, those last 2 weeks I was cooking back to back in large quantities and storing them in the freezer. I cooked so many variety, so many dishes, and just filled that freezer full. My thought was, okay, this is my first time doing this. If baby comes and I'm not able to cook, then we just take food from the deep freezer and then thaw it and fix it to eat. When people come to visit, exact same thing. Trust me, that helped me a whole lot. That helped me a whole lot, especially if you don't really have help coming around the house in that moment so frequently, or someone really more permanent like mother, grandmother, or you know, just housing support for the newborn. Please, this is a lifesaver. Trust me, it's a lifesaver, because when you give birth, a lot of people will come in to visit the house, and I mean, your home should be a place where when people come in, they should eat to the brim, be satisfied before going. And I'm so grateful to God for the African community, because they understand the assignment. Many of them, when they are coming to visit you, they would cook and bring for you. Some will even come to your house, cook pepper soup for you. Oh my gosh, in fact, I feel like start doing shout out right now. But I'm so grateful to God, all the people who come visiting and they cook all kinds of nice palatable dishes and bring, and then those who even bring the ingredients, come and cook in your house, save some in the freezer for you, and then save some for people to come and eat, and then they eat with you. It's really helpful. But you don't have to put your mind that people always do this, because trust me, not all visitors do this. So make sure you have food there, and that food is not only to serve to visitors. Remember, I said even to yourself as a newborn's mom, you need to eat really well for the breast milk to flow. You need to eat healthy and eat good, and your partner also needs to eat, and then visitors need to eat, so there should be food at home. So just balancing all this provisions for the house, taking care of your partner, or checking in with them to see if they are okay. And this is where I would also say that the person you're married to, your partner with that child, should be extremely supportive. I'm so grateful to God for Daddy B. Goodness, he just stepped in, like, I mean, stepping in to support, changing babies' diapers, making sure that food is always there, you know, thawing the food and warming it up for visitors. You need to see how he's just around the house, making sure that, oh mama, have you eaten? Oh goodness, give me the baby, you need to sleep, you need to rest. So as a partner, you need to really support the mom of your newborn in this journey more than ever before, and God bless you immensely in Jesus' name. It's so beautiful. So that's another struggle, you know, house activities, your partner, yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical appearance. You know, postpartum, you're doing some healing because you gave birth. You're doing some healing. Your body is still trying to put itself together. You're still struggling to recover. You know, there's some maybe medications you're taking, or some things that you're taking to help your body heal faster, and your body just looks different. You know, for some women it becomes a big deal. You're struggling for your stomach to go down, and some are using the pregnancy belt, the belly belts, the tummy belts, however you call them, or those whose parents are around to tie their stomach, or you know, because you could easily just lose shape, lose confidence, affects your self-esteem and all of those stuff. So taking care of yourself, and then your partner, and then the child, and then house activities could really be overwhelming. But having a supportive partner, being supportive to one another at home, you know, making sure that you do stuff when babies are asleep, and which also contradicts the other struggle of sleeping when baby is sleeping, waking up when baby is waking up. But I mean, mama bear instincts, you know, you wouldn't know how to go about it. That's just the truth. But I'm really grateful to God that I was able to stock my freezer, like stock my deep freezer full 2 weeks into me giving birth, and it has helped us a lot, because as I speak with you, that freezer hasn't even gone half. Like, we are still eating off of it, visitors are eating off of it, and then I'm grateful for the visitors who come, actually take their time to bring food, delicious palatable dishes, or just coming and cooking that food for you at home. It saves a whole lot, and we are so grateful. It's really amazing. Like, we are really grateful. That's one of the best ways you can support first-time moms of newborns, or just moms of newborns around you, and they will never really forget. They will cherish it in their hearts forever. But this also brings me to another struggle: entertaining visitors, plates, food, and all of that good stuff when people come to visit, right? And this is I shouldn't have said this, but trust me, some people need to hear this. When you visit the mom of a newborn, please, if you have been served food, try to have the decency of, after you finish eating, at least you help to put the plate away or wash the plate. Because you would not imagine, like, 10, 11, 12 people, those kind of groups coming to the house at once. They'll come and sing, dance, hold the baby. But some people will just eat and then abandon the plates there. You know, like, then at the end of the day, when they are leaving, there are so many plates to wash. And then that mom of a newborn who is feeling all that pain and then has a partner to think of, herself to think of, the baby to think of, house chores to think of, still has to go and clean up after you, or just making a mess on the floor and not doing anything about it, scattering the place. You come with children, and a lot of you, and then you want to leave the place, even to just touch around nothing. No, don't do that. The struggle is real. New moms are battling with a lot, sometimes postpartum depression, and then like all the other things I've been saying that they have to look at, and then the baby constantly needing their attention, constantly needing to feed, to dress up, to eat, and all of that. See, I'm repeating myself now. Please, when you visit the mom of a newborn, try to be thoughtful with fixing the house, or at least cleaning the plates and the stuff that you use before going out. But one of the ways we've also tried to help ourselves around this is to get disposable plates. We keep them on the main table when people arrive. We just keep them there. At least thoughtful people will try to use those plates and eat. But sometimes we are ashamed to actually pick the disposable plates and give people. That's why it's better if the people take it themselves, because when we want to serve, we'll still go and take the breakable plates and serve. But at least when your hosts do that, just be mindful that they have a newborn, and newborn is requiring a lot of attention. So if you can please help them take those plates back to the kitchen, or at least even wash them and keep them, stack them in place, or fix the house a little bit after you've scattered them before going, it's gonna be a lot. But trust me, visitors are cool and amazing. And the another part of entertaining visitors is all the times, different people, they are excited to see the baby, so they don't know that in a day about 3, 4, 5, 6 people have booked to come and see their baby. So everybody wants to come, some will just call, oh, I'm coming this time. They'll not even ask you if that's okay with you. Some people will be like, oh, I'm around the corner and I just wanted to stop around the house. So morning to evening to even getting into late evenings, people are coming to visit. At times the mom of the newborn will just be like, no, me, I'll just tell my husband, I can't do this. I need to sleep, I need to rest. And he'll be like, oh my goodness, this person already said they are around, please babe, just. And then you will sit up, and then you come, the person will come, you will smile, give them baby the hood, and then they're about to go, and that person is, oh goodness. We love visitors, we love spending time with people, but please, if there is a mom of a newborn around you, try to check in with them, the time, the day. Yeah, like, it's a lot, trust me, it's a lot. What? To keep entertaining visitor after visitor, you spend your whole day seeing people, and you're like, thank you so much for always being thoughtful of all the mothers of newborns around you, trying to visit them, get babies gifts and all of that good stuff, which is very much appreciated. The support is extremely amazing. We don't know what we'll do without all of you. Indeed, it takes a village to raise a child, to have a child. But just be mindful, try to check in with the parents to see if they are okay, if it's a good time, what works for them, how you may be of support to them. That will go a really long way. And when you come around, please be as supportive as possible around the house, fixing the house and cleaning up after you, so that you don't get to leave a lot of work for them. And trust me, those things really melt their hearts. Now, the next struggle I want to talk about is hospital appointments and timings. Trust me, when you are still carrying the pregnancy, you may be able to go to the hospital at any time that they recommend, maybe morning hours 8, 9, 10, or evening hours 3, 4, 5, show up for those appointments. But another shocking struggle for me was having to go for hospital appointments very early in the morning with the newborn. What? I think the first appointment after we had come back home was like a 9 a.m. or 9:15 a.m. appointment. Mind you, I have been up all night. When that appointment was set, I didn't really think about it. I'm just like, okay, I have to see baby's pediatrician at this time, 9 a.m. Here we go. But on that day, when the date actually arrived, I've not slept the whole night, because baby has broken sleep at night, right? For some reason, babies sleep through the day so well. That baby can sleep like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours straight up without waking up. You will literally have to be waking them in intervals of like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever works for you, but not more than 2 hours. I would recommend to feed them, and they will still go back to bed. So technically the whole day the baby could be sleeping, but at night baby will sleep 2 hours, wake up, get breast milk go back, especially when you're doing exclusive. So it becomes challenging to not have sleep all through the night and then expect that early mornings from 6 a.m. the baby now wants to start catching up that sleep that she didn't sleep at night. She sleeps more around that kind of like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and that's when you really want to rest before people start coming to the house. Then you have to go for an appointment at 9 a.m. My goodness, that first appointment was so challenging for me. A lot of sleep in my eyes, like I was just seeing places 3, 4 around me. I'm like, how am I going to do this? And then you have to clean up the baby, dress up the baby, breastfeed the baby, make sure the baby is okay, burp before getting into the car seat and then going to the hospital. And not talk of yourself, making sure that you are already prepped to go to the hospital as well. What? After that 9 a.m. appointment that day, I emphatically told the hospital staff that please, if I need to have an appointment with you guys, it should be nothing around early morning hours. You should at least start considering 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. for me. I'm not doing 8, I'm not doing 9, I'm not what's that? At least put me around noon or afternoon. But since then, after I made my word clear, thank goodness hospitals just tend to respect mothers' wishes and try to support you in the best way possible. They stay putting my appointments after 1 p.m. Every appointment has been after 1 p.m. But that appointment for 9 a.m., I don't know if other mothers of newborns, it really works for them. But for me, it's a no. So that was another struggle. Okay, to be honest with you, I know that there's so many struggles of being the first time mom of a newborn, but baby needs my attention, so I've got to go. Okay, the last one I just want to talk about is that your emotions will be scattered all over the place. Now, you may not go through postpartum depression, but there are just a lot of emotions running within you, emotions around you, around your partner, around the child, around people coming like it's just a lot of emotions. So as a Christian, pray. Sometimes when you're breastfeeding the baby at night, just pray over the child because you feel so overwhelmed. And if you're not careful to set your patterns right, it may affect your meditation of the word, your prayer life, just your personal day-to-day routines and how you brace up for the day around you. So sometimes your emotions, you just start thinking stuff, just start feeling stuff. So it's good to always positively remind yourself of who you are, who the word of God says that you are, who your partner knows that you are, who people think that you are, and all of that good energy, live off of those positive encouraging words, because trust me, those emotions come from time to time, and if you're not careful, you can just burst out with them. Yeah, your emotions will be scattered all around the place. Sometimes it's not of your making, it just happens. That's what I've discovered. So those are some of the struggles as first time mom of a newborn. You've watched the video this far. Wow, hope it was interesting. Hope you learned a thing or two. Please share with me your journey. Please share some tips. How did you go about it for your first child, or for the number of children you've had? How has the journey been for you? Because for me, these are some of the struggles. Okay, you hear baby's voice now. I gotta go. Those are the struggles of being the mom of a newborn. Your time is being controlled by that bundle of joy, right? Of course, yeah, and it's worth it. The babies are worth it. The love, the sweetness, the everything. In fact, a lot of people have been asking me my pregnancy journey, how it was for me. Let's see if baby will give us a chance to do something around that. I would love to share that motherhood journey with you and all the blessings that came around it and all the sweetness of people around us. In fact, if more of you people keep requesting, then I'll just have to do the video with baby's permission. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Please share to bless someone else, to encourage them, to give them insights as to what it means to be first time mom of a newborn. I keep emphasizing first time because I know when you've gotten into that journey, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, you will figure it out. But for first time moms, it's a lot of struggles, which is why a lot of friends around me who are pregnant or are still wanting to go through the journey have been asking, how was it like for you? What do I need to know, just going into pregnancy itself. So sharing my pregnancy journey.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you were really blessed. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notification bell.
Also, do not forget to follow us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
We encourage you to share this video and bless others.
And oh yes, We encourage you to check out our other edifying videos on this platform to keep enjoying the moment. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.